Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video. This time featuring a blue-black ninjas deck. You may have seen this deck about, but it's a bit of a weird one. So there's a new Planeswalker in Duskmourn, Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. Not entirely new Planeswalker, we've seen Kaito before. That is a 4-mana 4 loyalty Planeswalker, but it has ninjutsu for 3, which is very odd on a Planeswalker. But it says, has stack ability during your turn, as long as Kaito has one or more loyalty counters on him. He's a 3/4 ninja creature and has hexproof. So we can ninjutsu him for 3, and he comes down as a 3/4 and smacks in for 3. Then he has a plus, which gives an emblem. You get an emblem of ninja control, get +1/+1. So obviously buffs himself. He's got 0, saying Surveil 2. Then you draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn. So obviously in Arena, it's only going to be one. Draw 1 card. And then there's a -2, tap target creature, put 2 stun counters on it. So just as a Planeswalker, he's very, very powerful. He can draw cards without going down loyalty. He can tack down troublesome creatures and put them out of combat for a few turns. And then he can buff, in theory, your entire board. But, you know, he can buff himself at a minimum. What's weird about the card is we had a few ninjas in Kamigawa, a few ninjutsu as well, but obviously they rotated out. So we don't have many ninjas in Standard. So the only ones we do have are Nashi, Search in the Dark, another new card from Duskmourn, a 2-mana 2/2 Rat Ninja Wizard, has Menace, and it says whenever Nashi deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards, so 2 by default. You may put any number of legendary and or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. If you put no cards in your hand this way, you put a +1/+1 counter on Nashi. There's also another ninja, but I can't remember what it is. So, but to get around this lack of ninjas, we play another new card, Leyline of Transformation. Like all Leylines, it costs 4 mana, and if it's in your opening hand, you may begin with, on the battlefield, and when it enters, we choose a creature type, and then creatures you control of a chosen type in addition to its other types. Same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So obviously we pick Ninja, and then all our creatures become ninjas, getting that buff from Kaito. So rounding out the deck, we have a few lower drop creatures to get down, get some value, and then get creatures that can attack unblocked so we can ninjutsu in. So Spyglass Siren, a 1-mana 1/1 with flying, and when it enters, create a map token. Silent Hall Creeper, another new Duskmourn card, a 2-mana 1/1 enchantment creature horror. So it can be found with Nashi, and it says it can't be blocked. That's really powerful, especially with ninjutsu. And it says when it deals combat damage to a player, choose one that hasn't been chosen yet. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on the Hall Creeper, draw a card, or it becomes a copy of another target creature you control. Generally, we draw a card, or put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and then obviously you do that final mode third. Usually we come in and say a Deep Cavern Bat, having a 3/3 flying lifelink is really good. Speaking of the bat, we do have 4 copies of it because it is a black deck, so of course we do. Then we have 2 copies of Preacher of a Schism, 3-mana 2/4 Death Touch. When it attacks, when it attacks the player with most life or tied for most life, you create a 1/1 white vampire creature token of lifelink. And if it attacks while we have the most life or tied for most life, we draw a card and lose a life. If we have the same life total as our opponent, we get both those triggers. Then we have 2 copies of Gix. When a creature deals combat damage to one of our opponents, we may play 1 life. If we do, we draw a card, and then it does have extra text, which we never really do. And then 2 copies of Sheoldred. Again, like Deep Cavern Bat, it's a black deck. Of course, we've got Sheoldred. Then rounding that deck, we've got 3 cut downs and 4 go for the throats. Mana base, some islands, some swamps, 3 Darklick Shores as fast mana, 4 Gloomlake Verges, which is just really, really powerful because it's not particularly difficult to turn on the double mana. 1 Surveil Land, and 2 Underground Rivers because you don't want to take too much damage. So, is the deck any good? It's a fun deck when it works. There's a bit too much going on, basically. You do get those draws where you open hand has a Kaito, has a Leyline, has a Spyglass Siren or Silent Hall Creeper, and you start with a Leyline on the battlefield, pick Ninja, play a card, get to turn 3, Ninjutsu and Kaito, start pumping up and smashing your opponent every after a few turns. But more often than not, obviously you don't have his in open hand, or you do, or you have one of them and you play your Spyglass Siren and it gets removed. You play your Hall Creeper, it gets removed. you play or anything, it gets removed. So don't rely on it to be competitive. It is fun when it works. I think Kaito would also be a fun card for Brawl, just because of the number of ninjas. And obviously you can also have Leyline to turn any of your non-ninjas into ninjas. Might do that in a few weeks, so you don't want to do it straight away because we've already played the deck. So that is the deck. I enjoyed it mostly. I hope you all did too. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. We go first with a pretty good hand. So you start with Leyline on the battlefield, and we have the Kaito to buff everything. And obviously Deep Cavern Bat to hopefully get into their hand and clear the way . Well, I think I'll just take the Viper for now. Yeah, it's a pretty good combo. Ninjutsu in Kaito, and just start buffing all our ninjas. We will pitch a island. Well, we'll get down Nashi and another Siren. Buff all our ninjas. And obviously now we do have some blockers. And yeah, that was a very quick start from us. So if I attack with the Hex Mage, we can obviously block it with Nashi. Maybe they've got damage, but I'm guessing not. Then we can play out another Siren, buff our Deep Cavern Bat and Kaito, which so we'll be hitting in for 3, 4, potentially 10. But then we can use a map token on Deep Cavern Bat, hopefully get him for some more damage. We go first. Well, we've got a Kaito and a Deep Cavern Bat, so I think this is a keeper. We do need an extra blue for 3 steps ahead. We'd prefer one of our other 2 drops. Why don't we just take the Sunfall? We'll be able to take it again before they get it back.
closely. Don't worry, Pom-Pom-chan. I've got this.
I think I just draw at the moment, seeing as we don't have the Leyline. Wow. So I think now we just hold up 3 steps ahead. Sure. Hopefully we can counter something, probably their Sunfall or their Doppelgang. And then we can take their Doppelgang. Fair enough. Just land. So we needed to draw removal. Probably should have played out second deep cabin back so we had lethal even if they could remove shouldered. So that was a bit of a punt. So they play a multicolour spell, they gain life from Cornucopia. But if they play like an Atroxa, we can just remove it. Oh, we can't just remove that. But they do have to attack with it to get value, basically. And we can remove it at the start of our turn. Yeah, they did not find the removal spell they needed. We go first. Do need that third land. And we have had a problem drawing a third land. I think I will discard Preacher. Oh, there it is. I bet it gets removed. Well, it doesn't. I don't think the right choice.
Your tech is way out of the shadows and into the fray. Information is its own weapon.
I'll keep one land.
Just have to survive.
I'll keep the deep coming back. And I'll hold up, cut down. And this is where I will start buffing, because we do have the ley line. I will just tap down Sheldred.
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we make everything a ninja. The Hall Creeper immediately becomes a 2/2. We attack with it. Probably put another 2 counters on it. Then next turn we can draw. And we can even become a copy of... Well, no, it doesn't say it's non-legendary. But yeah, maybe just end up holding up 3 steps ahead. Opponent goes first. No black mana, which we do need. So hopefully we draw it. But we do have a 1, 2, potentially 3 curve. Oh, there it is. We will attack. They've clearly got something. Maybe it's removal. Probably is removal. Hopefully use it on our Siren, not our Hall Creeper. Wow. Who knew this was such a hard choice? So we'll play out our Hall Creeper. And then next turn, get down Kaito. Obviously, if they have 2 cut downs, well, no, they only have mana for 1 cut down. So we'll bring back Spyglass, Siren. Draw with the Hall Creeper, and then we will Surveil 2 and draw.
My eyes are as sharp as my sword.
So ideally I want the Leyline, but I will take a backup Kaito. They put a Troxer into the bin. Wow. Well, I think we get out Gix. So we'll bump up the Hall Creeper. Definitely draw a card. And then we will Surveil again.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
Play out a Siren. We need to discard a card, so we'll just discard an Underground River. So let's see what they do. Yeah, so let's play out a couple of blockers. So what we'll do is play out Preacher. Let's just go for throw one of their blockers. And we will tap down their other blocker.
Take a break, will ya?
We will become a copy of the Preacher of the Schism. And, you know, draw 4. Going down to 14. But they would have needed a board wipe to basically survive. And yeah, obviously, shame we didn't hit the Leyline, but if we did, we would have started buffing our entire board. We go first. We do need that 3rd land, but if we do, we are off and kicking. And we do have a couple of chances to hit it. Next turn we play out the Siren. And then explore, hopefully hitting the land. Come on. So we're up against lizards. Yes, that's what we wanted to see. And we will start buffing our board.
Never underestimate my skills.
So Gev can attack down the Kaito. Oh, they don't. Well, let's play out Siren.
just hate a fair fight.
They're down to 4. So our Siren is just lethal by itself. So last turn, I should have ticked up Kaito before playing the second Siren. That way they wouldn't have been able to cut down it, and I would have had an extra blocker. Well, I think that's just lethal then. Again, should have ticked up, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't even kill Kaito. Yeah, if I ticked up before playing the second Siren, it would have been out of range of cut down, and obviously ticked up before we attacked, everything would have won more power, but it didn't matter. We had lethal in the air anyway. On the draw, we have an okay hand. Obviously, we don't have any of our big pieces, but hopefully Silent Hawk Reaper can help get us there. As well as Spyglass Siren as well. Can't really afford to mulligan. Obviously you could do with less lands now. This could definitely do with less lands now. Temporary lockdown. Oh, we'll pitch a cut down. I think we just get out Preacher then. We will draw a card. Wow. It's a lot of lands for a 22 land deck. Oh, we can play out both our creatures now. I'll take the prank, but obviously they can get it back. Well, let's swing in. Will become a copy of our Deep Cavern Bat. I put it on Cavern Bat because they might just banish in light. the bat as opposed to, well, that bat as opposed to the other bat. I'll swing with Nashi as well, because we can at least kill their hostile investigator.
Be jealous of my talent. Don't worry, Pom Pom Chan. I've got this.
Tap down their Sheldred.
Take a break, will ya?
So they're up to 4. They could have Banishing Light Kaito, but obviously we had more than enough power. A lot of Spyglass Sirens. Now obviously we just need black mana and Kaito. I think they have removal. Yeah, they do. Well, there's the Kaito, but again, no land. This is great fun. Hey, we got a land. It's not blue. It's not black, sorry. Obviously, then it's going to have more removal. Oh, we hit a black card, land.
I've seen scarier things in a bowl of noodles.
Let's start buffing.
I just hate a fair fight. You're not going anywhere.
Obviously, nowhere to run. Turns off Kaito's hexproof.
Never underestimate my skills.
So you don't want to draw too many cards because of Sheldred. But we can carry on stunning it down.
I've got them picked. Press the attack.
I will not draw because it's going to cost us 3 life each go. And yeah, what the hell did they have in their hand they couldn't cast with 5 mana? That's just bonkers, really.